Hey, this is Cinnapom or Cinnamon coming to you from Library on Legs. This is a Library Legs adjacent video because the horses are near me, but I'm not riding them. Anyway, this is a kind of a thing I've been noticing in my recent reads that I found compelling, and I wanted to just throw a video out there to see if you like this kind of book, then you might like this kind of book. And it's basically, and I'm sure you've seen this before, I'm not sure if it's an actual trope, where a character is manipulated from, whether usually against their knowledge, but sometimes with their knowledge, to become something they don't necessarily want to be. And of course, as a horse trainer, I often think too many trainers manipulate horses into something they don't want to be, and I'm really careful about making sure that I understand my horses and move them in a direction that is good for them physically and mentally. I try not to make them into something they aren't. So I thought this was appropriate to have, especially my two babies in the back there, Pan and Dora, who are siblings, and of course their name is Pandora together, which I thought was fun, especially in a video about like gods and ultra powers. So anyway, let's get started. First one I want to talk about is a book from the series. It has another name, and I apologize that I don't know it, but it's the More Than a Human series by Joseph R. Carroll, read by Benjamin Crow and Kirsty Geddes. Really fun series, and I feel like this character is being manipulated, not necessarily against his will, but they're using his grief and his sorrow to, I think, get him to do things he might not have done, but that are appropriate for his sort of vengeance cycle that he's on. So that's sad and compelling, and no, not new, but really interesting. The next one is the book by ToriTalks2 called The Bloodstones, where this young boy who knows he's been basically kidnapped and is put into this academy to learn to do what they want him to do, and his life is fundamentally altered. And I'm really curious to see where this goes in book 2, because it was a little bit gut-wrenching and quite good. And then the next one is the War Eternal series by Rob J. Hayes, which I'm absolutely loving. Just finished book 2, which is The Lessons Never Learned, narrated by Moira Quirk. And that book, holy Mary, is just every layer peeled off this onion. You realize that she is more and more a victim of manipulation and less a product of her own greed. At least I think she is. I don't think she's as unbalanced as she comes across. I think it's more and more a product of things that were done to her really early in her life. So it's a really interesting character. I love Eska. I love Eska. And Moira Quirk is just a phenomenal narrator. Oh, and Bloodstones, narrated by Andrew D. Meredith. So all 3 really good audiobooks, all 3 looking forward to the next edition of them, the next installment, and where these characters are led to, and if they ever get to break the cycle of manipulation that they're sort of stuck in. Really cool, good stuff. So yeah, Library on Legs, Pan and Dora, and that beautiful sunrise. Thanks, guys.